All right, Shalom. First, like start by sending our praise to Yahweh, by Shem Shai, by Shem Kakadash, them honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing truth and sincerity. As you can see, this tornadoes in Louisiana caused severe damage and injuries in Slidell. So, I'm going to go ahead and press play and then add some precepts.
Eric, that was Daniel who y'all talked to on the phone a little while ago, and what he said is exactly true. We are on the scene now, and I'm going to have Mike show you some of these buildings that are really in bad shape here off of Old Spanish Trail Drive near City Drive. And here I have two people here who are going to talk to us right now. First is a councilman from this area, Trey Brownfield. And Trey, what have you heard? What's the latest?
Well, first and foremost, we have too many people on the streets of Slidell right now. I ask all of our residents, please stay off the streets.
Yeah, lots of looky-loos just driving by, yeah.
Absolutely. We are trying to get people safe. We are trying to get people, the resources needed to these areas. Here, as you can see, the ECO building, a friend of mine owns this business. I just went to talk to him, and his secretary said that her hip hurts from hitting the ground when the tornado hit the ground here. If you look over here to our left,
over here at the apartment complex,
50-something people were evacuated from this apartment complex right here. I manage an Ace here in Slidell on the other side. I just went to go check on our partner store over here. Ace owners on this side, and they are completely devastated. School over there is devastated. We got a lot of devastation throughout Slidell.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get these precepts rolling. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe, meaning destruction, unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Right, the day of the Lord is when the Lord returns, and leading up until the day of the Lord, even when he comes back, you're going to have these type of events going on: tornadoes, floods, riots, sedition, famines, which means lack of food, pestilence, diseases, home invasions. You're going to have all this stuff going on during the day of the Lord. And it's already happening. These things are going to be happening a whole lot leading up into the day of the Lord, man. But it's destruction unto those who think that the Lord is coming back to deliver them, or think that the Lord is dealing with them, man. It says, to what end it is for you. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Right. In this particular case, you fled from the lion because you was able to make it through this tornado. And a bear met him, and then, there was a pestilence, which is a disease that came about, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall, and you so happened to slip through that disease, and a serpent bit him. Right, when the Lord come back, he had them nuclear missiles hit this place, and you died from that, or being hit by a laser beam from one of the angels. So it ain't gonna be no escaping the judgment to come, man. These events that people surviving from is what you read, what you see here. Being able to surpass that lion, or that bear, but eventually you're gonna get put to death if the Lord not dealing with you, man, when he returns, man. See, the day of the Lord, it is, it's for the deliverance of the elected Israel, but it's gonna be all type of hell, destruction, chaos going on, man. The Lord is judging this place and judging the people. So it's going to be a lot of death going on also, man. So it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? Because all the destruction and stuff that's coming, man. People think the Lord is on his way back to bring the kingdom of heaven to everyone. Don't nobody really get no judgment. Everybody get to be in the kingdom of heaven. You know? Living all together, holding hands and shit. But that ain't the case. This 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world. Right, and you see these precepts lining up. There's many great miseries going on all over the world. This is a misery unto these people. These people don't have nowhere to go, nowhere to stay. You know, and the government, they got to eat the government food, and that food ain't good. It says they don't care nothing about your health, you know, and shit of that nature, man. You might have a specific diet, but you got to eat what they bring, you know. 2 Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And America has what? The LGBT community. You know, it's the pride of America as being the number one top country militarily and monetarily. And people pride themselves on the resume of the U.S. You know, that's why the Lord fucking people up, man. Because the Lord ain't dealing with no one's pride. You know? So I'm going to play this clip.
But again, please stay off the roads. I was pushing vehicles out of flooded areas earlier. We are trying to do everything we can to keep everybody safe. And, you know, as bad and the devastation is, the people of Slidell are resilient, and we will rebuild together and make sure that everybody is safe.
Now, Councilman, there were no children in the school or near the school, right?
No, the school was shut down today.
Okay, and we understand the police and ambulances took these people to the hospital. There were no serious injuries.
There's going to be a time when they're not going to be able to rebuild these things, man. And it's going to be bodies laying everywhere. You're not going to be able to go into certain cities and stuff, you know. So this right here, as far as the Israelite go, is a warning. But to the rest of the nations, it's for payback for what they have done to the Israelites, man. So I can bear with me. Move. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. It says, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, because we're living in the evil days, there's evil things going on, and there's even more evils to come. Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Right, so you got to be ready to pack up and move around with all this hell and stuff that's going on, man. You know, you can't get comfortable in these cities no more, man. You know, you building up a house and think you're going to live in that house until the day you die. You know, that ain't the case no more, man. The Lord is judging this place. So people dying left and right. You can't get comfortable. And in the case of any of these type of events, floods, forest fires, this tornado, you got to be ready to pick up and move. And not to worry about, you know, a hold to the house and stuff that you have lost, man. You know, but a lot of people not understanding that. A lot of people probably committing suicide behind losing their things and stuff, man. You know? So you have to be in the right spirit for the times that we're living in, because the times are only going to get worse, man. And that's only for the Israelites, man. The blacks, Latins, and Native Americans.
But I heard Daniel say earlier, clearly a tornado. Yes, I've been through many hurricanes, and this is a tornado. I mean, there's no question. What about now? Let me bring in Michael while we have you here. PIO, we understand there's shelters opening now?
Yes. So one shelter, we're working with the city of Slidell. It's John Slidell Park. It is open, is ready to receive people. Also in Lacombe, the rec center in Lacombe, ready to receive anyone who needs shelter. If you need a warm place to stay, if you need food, water, we're going to make sure that we're prepared. You know, we've been working up early this morning to make sure that we're prepared if we have to open a shelter. We really hope that we don't have to, but if you look around, it's obvious. These are the pictures that you're afraid of when you see when tornadoes come through and ruin lives. There's people who are packing their bags and trying to find shelter. So we have to open those shelters, one in Lacombe at the rec center, John Slidell Park, working with the city of Slidell, and we'll have another one open in the Slidell area, probably maybe closer to the Pearl River area later on this afternoon.
Okay, now 50 people in this apartment complex, they're not going to be going in there anytime soon, and shelters can't stay open long. So what's the plan? Is there a longer-term plan to find housing for these people?
We'll continue to work with our citizens. We're going to do everything we can to help our citizens. Previously, there's been possibilities for hotel rooms or shelters, and this is not going away today. This is going to be here for a couple of days. These people won't be able to get into their homes for a long time. And, I mentioned before, you can't prepare for a tornado. You prepare for the rain, you try to fix your drainage, but a tornado comes through and rips people's lives apart in just a matter of seconds. Unfortunately, we have our citizens who are hurt today, not just physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. So we're going to do everything we can. We're going to work with the city of Slidell. This is a matter of just trying to put the citizens of St. Tammany Parish first, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
And they're down power lines, and we know there are a lot of times deaths and injuries happen after the storm goes through. And you're right, I am concerned about all these people who are walking around and walking through. Have y'all heard of any injuries of that nature or anything of that?
At this time, I personally haven't. Michael, have you?
No, we just know that there's multiple reported injuries. I know Slidell police actually took some people personally because the EMS couldn't keep up fast enough. So, this is something, it's a very fluid situation. It's possible, telling everybody to please stay off the roads. As we're talking right now, there's a bunch of people who are just driving around. A lot of people have their cell phones out. These are people who are in their worst times, and we really, please stay home. Don't come out here. It's not ready yet to be traveling. One, if there's a down power line, it may be on the road, trees, there may be shingles that have nails in them that may puncture a tire. There's so many possibilities. There's flooded roads. Fortunately, the rain has slacked off a little bit so that the drainage can catch up, but this is not the time to be in the community.
Do either of you know how far the damage goes beyond the apartment complex and this building, this business right here, or did the tornado just touch down briefly, or is there a path, and how long is it?
This isn't the only location. I was told by Slidell Police there's another location further towards the lake. It's clear that something moved through here, and it continued further north. Up on I-12, there are trees down on the shoulder. So this is something that was significant. Obviously, the National Weather Service is going to come out and confirm, but this is something major. It's our worst fears, and it's impacting people's lives.
And we reported earlier that we believe there were two, and we had one of our other reporters on the scene on Pontchartrain Drive talking about overturned cars. That may have been the same one skipping, or that may have been a different one. Tell me what you saw over there, Councilman.
That was complete disaster. Picked up vehicles thrown into buildings, roofs ripped off, frontage of buildings blown in, glass blown in, things like that.
All businesses or any residential?
So we were over there, like I said, checking on the Ace Hardware over there, and it was mostly the businesses we were checking. We have a group, all of us councilmen are talking and reporting damages right now. There are houses that were affected in the area. There are down trees all across the city here, and we have the full force of Slidell is out and about trying to get this city back on track, and we will. And again, we respectfully ask, please stay off the roads.
So let me ask y'all, do you need people with chainsaws to come somewhere and get an assignment and deployed? Is that the type of thing, or no?
I would say at this time, no.
All right, I'm gonna end it off with this precept, man. This is Psalms chapter 83, verse 15. It says, "So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm." See, so people are getting persecuted, and they're definitely afraid of these storms, man. And, this ain't the end. There's more hell to pay. So, with that being said, call all Yahweh Shema Shai, double honors to the elders and the apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.